I think it's very irresponsible as a parent not to know where your food comes from. They're so in education, why not educate yourself about what you put in your mouth?
Alright, so how's it going, everybody? Today we're going to be continuing the wife swap video from the other day, finally making that part 2. Thanks for all the support in the last video. If you guys want a quick recap, we're looking at the Hagwoods and the Highswebs. Their names are really weird. One family's rich and a little snobby, and the other family is disgusting and preparing for doomsday. And when we last left off, the wife from the Highswebs family was actually about to cook some raw meat. Sorry, not cook, prepare. And the wife from the Hagwoods family was actually about to tear into the husband from the Highswebs family for feeding his kids cooked meat. Because, I mean, how dare he not give his kids E. coli? But, yeah, let's start this video, man. This family's gross.
Lee, come here, get your meat meal.
Thanks.
I can't believe people eat like this.
I can't believe that she called it a meat meal. What the fuck is that? At this point, the meat in this dude's mouth is still moving, and I could have said that a lot better.
The germs, everything is making me feel disgusting. Does it taste good?
It's probably one of my most liked meals.
Dude, this isn't a meal. You're eating ingredients. I can't believe that these kids are conditioned to think that this shit is like delicious, man. You're literally eating tapeworm.
After returning from the restaurant, Barbara is still obsessing about food. But this time it's about whether the Hess-Webbs have enough to survive the apocalypse.
Imagine you're a guest in somebody's house and you're arguing with them because they don't have enough to survive the apocalypse. This isn't fucking Fallout New Vegas, dude. She's really focused on the wrong issues here. At least he feeds his kids cooked food.
If you had a big tragedy happen, like a power outage for a week, no electricity, no water, would you have enough food in the house?
She really thinks that she got him there. Anybody can ask a shitty hypothetical question, dude. Like, what if a bear broke into your fucking house tonight? Like, that shit's just not going to happen. You don't always need to be prepared for the worst case scenario, especially since this episode's like 20 years old and shit has not happened.
We're completely fine where we're at. We're self-sufficient. We can last almost a year.
I think Barb is a bit paranoid. She's probably got a fallout shelter.
A bit paranoid is an understatement. Nothing's even happened yet, and they're already rationing to the point where they eat rotten meat for fun. These people just shouldn't have had kids, because they've spent their entire lives preparing their kids for a doomsday that never came, and now their kids just never went to school and spent their entire lives eating rotten meat, dude.
At the Hess-Webbs, bacteria-loving Barbara has to chemically clean the home from top to bottom.
Can't believe how much chemicals they have in this house. I don't understand why they don't think about those things as being harmful.
She's literally living in her own world right now. Your house is so fucking nasty. It's actually bizarre how different perspectives can be. She thinks that she's inside of the disgusting household right now. Keep in mind, she purposely keeps her house dirty. She purposely keeps bacteria around her and her family. She needs to stop preparing for the doomsday and start preparing funeral arrangements. She's going to fucking die doing this shit.
Next, it's more cleansing, feng shui style.
This is ridiculous. And my lungs are starting to hurt. Oh my gosh.
It just smells too clean for her right now, man. That's her fucking kryptonite. She'll be the first motherfucker ever to die from cleanliness, dude. How dirty can you be? Like, I've never seen somebody get sick from being clean. It's like she's detoxifying her insides right now, which honestly, realistically, that's probably what's actually happening.
At the Hagwoods, where they embrace bacteria, Kim is prepping more raw food.
Imagine that being your home's introduction at your house where you guys are fucking gross. But who else is really embracing bacteria? Like, there are some diseases inside of their house that haven't been seen since the goddamn pirate ages.
But she's concerned about hygiene.
Do you ever worry about the milk being contaminated?
No.
But it wouldn't hurt to clean the basement, though, just to make sure that nothing did get into the milk.
I'm genuinely convinced that it actually would hurt them. Like, they would start melting if they started cleaning up their house. I'm so excited for the ending of this one. I'm genuinely hoping that this family, you know, turns a new leaf by the end of it. Will they change their ways? Will they stop eating rotten and raw meat?
Like, little bleach.
No.
Oh, you guys don't use bleach?
Bleach kills everything.
Yeah.
So you don't have good bacteria.
I love bleach.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. This family is so incredibly backwards. They keep thinking that they're having their gotcha moments, but they're just not. They don't understand that they are the weird family.
What about just hand washing? Because I asked Alicia, because I hadn't washed my hands from coming in milking the cows, and she was like, "Oh, that's okay."
Do you believe that God would put anything on this earth to hurt us?
I don't care how religious you are, man. If you don't wash your hands, I'm not eating anything that you cook me. And don't go pinning that on God either, man. If you don't wash your hands and you get terribly ill, that is all you. You should have washed your hands. Don't blame God.
Mike's theory on germs and bacteria being fine for his family and his kids. I just think it's wrong, and I think it's a little insane.
A little is once again an understatement. These people actually need help, and the fact that they have kids is really beyond me. I got a lot of comments last video saying that their kids should have been taken away, and at first, honestly, I didn't really agree. I was like, I don't know about them being taken away, but these kids aren't in school. The food that they're eating literally is giving them worms and making them sick and potentially killing them. They genuinely think that they're just like preparing for the fucking apocalypse, and their family loves bacteria. Like, these kids are so trapped inside of a nasty, dirty bubble that honestly, they probably shouldn't have been inside of this home, but it's too late now. These people are probably like 30 by now. It's been a while since this episode aired.
What's 88 minus 10?
In California, the Hess Webb boys are back from school, and it's time for yet more education.
I'm trying to understand why he needs to go to school.
Oh man, why does this little kid need to go to school? What could it possibly do for him? This woman and her family is why this kid should stay in school. If you don't stay in school, you'll probably believe in the apocalypse.
It will open doors and give more opportunities.
I personally don't send my kids to school.
How do you get a structured, organized
We don't have
education?
structured, organized. Why do I have to learn things that I'm not going to use?
She probably thinks that she's making like incredible points right now, but I'm sorry, but this kid is going to need to know how to do basic math. This is important. Say what you want about high school and college, say that not everything that you learn there is absolutely necessary inside of the real world, but kids definitely need some fundamental learning, and also they need social skills. I mean, they need to learn how to actually function in society. Your kids don't wash their hands and they eat raw, rotten meat, dude. Like, your kids actually need to be around people their own age. They need to learn things that won't kill them.
I don't have any formal education. My education is in what I've learned myself.
No offense, but you're dumb as hell. You definitely should have actually learned things in life. You and your cousin, I mean your husband, really need to put your kids in school, man. This shit is fucked.
How is that the best thing for your child, to only expose them to the small environment that they grow up on? With the way she's educating her children, they'll be left right there on the farm.
Seriously, how will they ever leave? They won't know how to do anything. They don't even know how to fucking wash their hands. They're literally setting their kids up for failure, man. This shit is actually bad, but I'm going to show you guys a little bit more of the other family, see what's going on there, because I want to see how the wife from the Hess Webb's family is adjusting to her bacteria-filled, brand new, lovely home. I feel so bad for her, by the way, that she just wanted to be on TV. She wasn't expecting any of that. They literally tried to make her eat raw meat.
At the Hagwoods, Kim has spent all day preparing foods for the raw diet, and she's beginning to think it's an obsession for the whole family.
When's the last time you've had non-raw food?
About a year ago.
Do you miss cooked food?
No.
I wouldn't miss something all that much either if my parents were to tell me that it would, kill me. Especially considering that their parents are the only people that they really know. Whatever their parents say, they really just have to believe at full face value. They can't go and look it up or something. They can't go ask a friend or ask a teacher. This is just kind of their life now.
Do you like the diet?
I know the benefits, so I know it's good for me. We saw all the things that were wrong with our body, and we're like, let's get this stuff fixed.
Yeah.
Notice how not one time in her reply did she say, oh yeah, this shit is yummy. She clearly doesn't like the diet. She's just been brainwashed into thinking that it's good for her and that it's way better for her than anything else, when in reality, there's lots of healthy things out there that won't give you worms, man. This family could have really just gone vegan if they had this big of a problem with everything else. I mean, they live on a farm as it is already. It wouldn't have been too hard.
Do you go to the doctor to see if the problems are fixed?
It's our nutritionist. We don't go to regular doctors because they'll just give you antibiotics. They'll make you even sicker.
Poor kid, man. She needs to see an actual real-life doctor. I really doubt any doctors out there watching me play Mario Strikers right now. But if there's a doctor inside of the comments section for whatever reason, I'm just gonna need you to fact check this for me, because something's telling me that this family's just full of shit, dude. Like, they just don't know what they're talking about, and they're telling their kids all the wrong things.
Alicia and I talked about the raw food diet. I feel like she's been brainwashed by her parents, by this so-called nutritionist.
Yo, she took the words right out of my mouth. What the fuck?
I think it's very irresponsible as a parent not to know where your food comes from. They're so in education, why not educate yourself about what you put in your mouth?
I genuinely feel like I'm getting secondhand brain damage from watching this fucking episode, man. Like, what is she even talking about? I've never heard such an ironic sentence in my life. Leave it to the person that actually eats rotten, bacteria-filled meat to tell you to watch what you put in your mouth, dude. Like, okay, thanks for the tip, buddy. Try brushing your teeth with actual toothpaste.
In Iowa, Mike Mike's determined that Kim finally samples Barbara's raw food diet.
Determined? Like, is he actually trying to force her to do this shit at gunpoint or something, dude? Like, you have to eat raw meat. Why does it matter, man? Why does everybody have to eat exactly what you're fucking eating, dude? You can eat this rotten meat on your own. It's like he has to brainwash literally everybody.
I can't do it, and I don't want to risk my health. Do your kids ever voiced opposition to the diet?
I promise you, this guy cannot care less at fucking all, dude. If he cared at all, his kids would be eating whatever the fuck they want to, dude. They wouldn't be eating a bunch of rotten meat. Like, you have to be a real dick to make your kids eat rotting food. What is wrong with you? Last video, by the way, I'm not sure if they're going to show it again inside of the episode, so I'm just pointing this out. Last video, they actually showed a bunch of eggs inside of cartons, and those were all rotten. They said it in the episode, dude. Those were all rotting eggs. They just casually eat rotten food.
I mean, do you ever wonder when your kids are out there on their own if they're going to say, I can't believe mom and dad made us eat raw meat?
I always think of those
See,
things.
so I wonder if you're thinking of that because you might have a question if what you're doing is right or not.
I wonder if it's right or wrong to feed your kids rotting raw meat and rotting eggs. I wonder. Dude, I promise you dogs are eating better than this guy's kids right now. It shouldn't be too mentally straining to think of an answer to the question that this woman asked, by the way, man. Yeah, it's fucking wrong to force your kids to eat the same way as you when your eating habits are this destructive.
You actually have your kids terrified.
And you don't with the germs?
She doesn't with the germs. They just wash their hands at home, man. Hate to break it to you, it's nothing above average.
They're sitting there going, oh God, I gotta wash my hands, gotta wash my hands, gotta wash my hands.
They're not sitting there like that, dude. This woman's not even like some sort of clean freak. She just has a tidy house. I doubt that her kids are freaking the fuck out over washing their hands every 5 seconds. They just actually wash their hands like normal people.
This is what they think is good for their bodies.
Can you show me one instance where this is not good for them?
I wish that the internet was more powerful back then, man, because now it's so easy to disprove what these people think. I mean, their house is so fucking nasty. All it takes is a quick Google search right now, man. The amount of bacteria inside of their house is disgusting. It's probably not good for their lungs. Probably not good for any part of their bodies at all. The fact that their food is constantly contaminated with so many things, it's terrible for them, honestly. It's really not that hard to look into nowadays, but I mean, this episode is probably from like 2002.
I haven't done the research.
I have! And you wouldn't know because you won't try it.
I will not try raw
I know!
meats.
You won't try it, so how do you know?
We're not gonna sit here and act like this guy's been doing backbreaking research, man. The fact that your kids were getting sick over eating raw meat before their bodies adjusted to it should probably show you that they shouldn't be doing that shit. You're making them build up a goddamn tolerance for it.
Mike got very defensive. I'm perceiving that maybe he thinks something is wrong with the way that he's teaching his kids to eat, and that's why he was so aggressive and so emotional and so defensive about it.
Personally, I think that he's just a big, dumb, stupid baby. And the fact that you challenged his weak ideals really just destroyed him, dude. It made him want to fucking kill you. He just can't handle possibly being wrong when he's put in so much research. But I'm gonna try to skip ahead a little bit, man, because this family is insane, and I want to see how this entire ordeal ends off with them. All right? I'm gonna go ahead and see what happens when they switch around the rules. Hopefully she can get these guys to, you know, try some cooked food.
Next, the rules change as the wives take control.
I'm putting you on an all raw diet.
We will not be eating any raw meat.
You live like the animals you farm, and it's disgusting.
Do you understand how upsetting this is for my children?
What in the hell is up with this family and taking raw egg shots? What is going on?
The families are summoned to the rules change ceremony.
Hello.
It's time for the wives to lay down the new rules which the families must obey.
I'm going to bring optimum health to this family by putting you on an all raw diet.
She may as well have pulled out a fucking shotgun at that point. You're not going to improve their health by deteriorating it.
Stop. We will not be eating any raw meat. We're no longer cavemen. We are civilized.
Massive props to the dad for putting his foot down, man. I would have to protect my kids too. They are not eating that shit. I don't care how much money the show's paying me. I don't care what the fuck is in it for my quote-unquote health benefits. I'm not doing it. Even if I were told that I would live 10 years longer by eating raw meat, dude. No thanks.
Mike, the regimented raw diet that you force on your family is disgusting. My kids are exposed to a choice of international cuisine, so from now on, the kids will get to choose what we'll all eat.
I feel like that's honestly the best choice that she could have made right now. Instead of forcing them to eat whatever she's fine with because, you know, she has an expensive palate, let's just be real. At least she's trying to let them, you know, ease back into it by going and getting what they want, what they're happy with, as long as it's not raw, disgusting, rotting meat.
You are so germophobic in this house. In my house, we understand that germs are friends and chemicals are enemies. You will start by removing all chemicals from the house, and we will use only natural products.
At this point, I throw out of my fucking house, man. Like, I'm sorry, but dude, I'm just not doing that. I'm not going to live like a fucking caveman. I'm not regressing for fun. There's a reason why we started using chemicals. There's a pretty good reason, too. These are just some terrible fucking house rules.
From now on, you'll be using toothpaste made with butter and clay.
No.
You live like the animals you farm, and it's disgusting. Starting today, we are going on a cleaning frenzy.
We're prepared to do our part.
Dude is about to fucking lose his shit, man. Calm down. I can't be mad at the guy because obviously it's a big change for him. He's been living in terrible conditions for his entire life. I mean, he's probably kind of pissed off right now. He's been told nothing but lies about chemicals. He's told that he's going to like fucking die if he even comes near them, and now it's about to be all over him. This is the importance of school showing right here.
The family spends no time considering what would happen if a disaster occurred.
Oh no, they don't live in constant fear and misery? Like, dude, that's not going to benefit them constantly thinking about a doomsday. It's just going to kind of make life sad.
This week, I'm going to let them have fun for a change instead of working on the farm.
You know, we're not slaves.
Dude, I mean, you literally are. All you do in your life, day to day, 24/7, is work on the farm. All your work on the farm is just kind of disguised as activities, dude, but I mean, you're just kind of working 24/7, but you're not learning anything useful. I mean, this guy can barely express why he's so angry because he doesn't really know how to talk to people. And that's really only his parents' fault. They should have taught him how. Or, you know, send him to school.
Your children are being brainwashed by the schooling system. I am going to unschool your children, and they will learn everything they need to know from their surroundings.
That's an idea that sounds super awesome when you're like 12 years old and don't know any better, but these kids need social skills and they need to learn basic math, and they need to learn how to read and write and how to structure sentences properly. They need to learn how to use adjectives and verbs. There's so many things that these kids need to learn by just going to school, and they won't learn that on the streets, dude. These kids are like, what, like 6 years old, man? Let them stay in school. It's safe to say that the dad did not let any of these changes happen. I mean, I think that at a point he literally got inside of his car and fucking drove off because she tried to make them kill and eat a raw chicken.
Do you understand how upsetting this is to my children? Lee left the room because he was quite upset about how Kim basically insulted the lifestyle. The egg will help him calm down.
This kid needs to swallow raw egg yolk to calm down. What in the fuck is going on in this house? This isn't like some normal shit that you do to calm down and relax. Like, I mean, I'm glad it helps you, dude, but what the fuck, man? Like, this isn't okay. I feel so bad for these kids, man. They really can't do anything about this. They are so used to these lifestyle habits. This is just what they need at this point.
In Iowa, Kim's replaced the Hagwood's homemade toothpaste with the real thing.
Oh, make sure you floss.
Bye.
That's another thing that just shouldn't be a problem. Like, they shouldn't be using makeshift toothpaste. They should just have toothpaste, man. This is fucking crazy. These kids need to be able to brush their teeth, you know? They can't just use clay and butter. That's fucking gross.
Emergency! Emergency! Head for the basement!
Go!
Nice orderly manner! Emergency! We're down to the basement! Get underneath the cover!
I'm having a hard time taking her seriously because she's so over the top.
You're having a hard time taking her seriously because this shit is fucking ridiculous, man. She has you guys running down to the basement like it's a bunker or something for realistically no reason. I mean, nothing's going to happen to these folks. But I'm going to skip a bit inside of the video because we're almost at 20 minutes, man, and I'm literally losing my voice at this point. So the raw meat family ends up actually going out to a fucking nice restaurant and eating cooked food, dude. So honestly, I really want to skip to that and show you guys that before we close out the video and watch the families interact with each other.
In Iowa, with the raw food diet banned, Kim's ruled the Hagwood kids visit a restaurant and choose whatever meal they want.
What looks good to you?
The chicken strips or the roast beef.
I think I'm just gonna go with a hamburger.
Their dad is so fucking mad to be there, bro. Like, cooked food will not kill you, man, if that's what you're worried. But man, I'm so glad that these kids were able to, you know, have a nice night where they go out and actually eat food. And, you know, they'll probably remember this night forever, to be honest.
Wow.
Do you need barbecue sauce or ranch or anything? Just ketchup?
Dig in.
It tasted like really good, but then once it started going down, it just didn't quite settle with my stomach.
Dude, I mean, yeah, you're used to eating a bunch of raw meat. I mean, it sucks, but it's kind of your own fault. I mean, not necessarily his, more so his family, but you get what I'm trying to say here. I'm just trying to say that the cooked food is not why his stomach's hurting, even though that's what he's been taught to believe. But God, this video is getting super long, dude. Like, my voice is literally about to fucking run out, so I'm going to go ahead and skip to these families meeting each other because I just have a feeling it's going to be crazy.
During the whole duration of the experience, I was so uncomfortable No one should have to live like that. That it was so unsanitary.
I know that my house is very unorganized.
But it's more than unorganized. It's filthy.
They literally don't clean and there's shit everywhere, man. That's not unorganized. That's just a disgusting home, man. I really don't know how to tell you. This woman clearly needs a reality check, though, man. Because if she thinks that's unorganized, what does she think filthy is?
Just because you live on a farm does not mean the farm has to come inside of your home and smell and be dirty and be disgusting.
She wouldn't eat any of the food.
Ugh, what an asshole. She wouldn't eat any of our rotting food. Like, dude, come on. Don't look for moral support on this. No shit, she didn't want to eat any of that stuff, man. She likes her life.
She didn't try any of it?
No.
I was not going to eat raw meat.
She said that the kids should not live in this house like this.
I thought it was very unhealthy and almost neglectful to feed your children raw meat.
She is spitting 100%. Is it not neglectful? Is it not wrong? Like... I'd like to see somebody argue this. You know what? Actually, I take that back. I don't want to see anybody argue this because you know what? Somebody's going to argue it, and I know it's going to be one of these fucking parents. I don't care, dude. I don't care what their reasoning is. They're brainwashing and basically poisoning their children. They need to stop.
It came to the point where it was time to slaughter the chicken, and I wanted no part.
Your husband couldn't even, he drove off.
Even though she followed your rules, you weren't going to follow hers.
There were certain things that I just...
No, just answer yes or no.
This family's fucking dumb, and they did not change anything, and I don't think that their kids ever ended up leaving that farm, man. I think that they actually still live on the farm to this day, and it's 2022. So yeah, man, that's the conclusion of the nasty white family wife swap. I'm fucking dumb, okay? That's the end of the story, and sadly, not all stories have happy endings, because this definitely doesn't, dude. But if you guys ended up enjoying this video, then, you know, I'd really appreciate a like on it. It took me a goddamn while, and I lost my voice recording this video, and these videos also keep getting fucking claimed, so yeah, it would really help out a ton. Anyways, thank you guys so goddamn much for watching this long-ass video, man. I'm gonna be wrapping it up around here so I can go and get some goddamn sleep, fix up my voice a bit for tomorrow's video, because I will be back tomorrow with a brand new video. But before I go, if you made it to the very end of this video, comment on it saying LOL, and I'll heart your comment as per usual. That's all I really have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, bye, see you tomorrow.